Hey everybody, it's Glenn, back in this video with the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Allfather Build-A-Figure Wave Scarlet Witch. Yet this ain't no ordinary action figure review, it's an action figure comparison with Toy Biz's Scarlet Witch from back in 2005. So you know how it goes, we're going to take a look at the various aspects of each one, then at the end of the video you guys declare a victor in the comments below. So Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch, is a mutant with reality-altering powers, the twin sister of Quicksilver and daughter of Magneto. Yet with the way Marvel seems prepared to throw its own legacy under the bus to score points against Fox, much of what I said is changing. Generally, many a Legends collector, including myself, have of late commended Hasbro for perfecting the Lady Legends formula in a way Toy Biz never could, and as we get deeper into this video, we'll see if that trend continues here with Wanda. Flashback to 10 years ago, and in 2005, the release of Toy Biz's Scarlet Witch was a rocky road, with an initial announcement that she was cancelled from the wave, only to later appear but in a form entirely different from the images seen in promotion and the packaging backs. Those images seem to show a new female figure with curvier proportions. I can't be sure what exactly went wrong that led to seemingly reusing parts from the Mystique figure from the previous wave, but the end result was an anorexic Wanda. I guess you could explain these proportions as this being a teenage Wanda back from her early Brotherhood of Evil mutant days in the pages of the X-Men in the 60s, but that's probably more an excuse on my part and not the intent on Toy Biz's part. And I say that as even her cape is as limp and lifeless as the figure's stick limbs. Proportionally, Hasbro's effort is night and day, in my opinion, taking the curves and muscularity a little too far in the other direction. So she shares the same muscular legs and washboard abs as Miss Marvel and Black Cat, with Miss Marvel being a character who is superhumanly strong to the degree of lifting 50 tons, and Black Cat primarily a hand-to-hand combatant at an elite Olympic level that allows her to keep pace with Spider-Man. Not that I'm saying Wanda is a slob, but the nature of her power set just makes me think she'd less likely to have legs that could crack walnuts and six-pack abs. Hey, maybe she just likes to look good for the vision, but wise up, Wanda, the dude's a robot. He should just consider himself lucky to be nailing a piece of human ass. And for this video, I've spent probably 15 minutes prior to pressing record carefully posing and counterbalancing Hasbro's Scarlet Witch, as a combination of a heavy cape, weak knees and high heel shoes makes her a horror to stand up. So I can't heap too much praise, as making an action figure able to stand is 101 to me. Honestly, I hope Hasbro's high heel fetish is nipped in the bud. I mean, for a character like Emma Frost, well, she probably sleeps in her high heels. Her provocative attire is inseparable from her character, so I don't think she could be rendered without them. Then Black Cat's heels leave me sitting on the fence. In character, she is often a siren, so the heels go with a seductive image, yet at the same time she is a cat burglar, so I'd think the click-clacking of her heels as she totters around a bank or art museum would alert security guards to her presence, no? Then on Wanda, I don't think the heels speak to her character, so the fact they make her hard to pose, and for Pete's sake, with them she stands taller than many of her male colleagues, including Captain America. So to save poor Cap from developing a little man syndrome, I heated, popped and swapped Wanda's feet for these flat ones that make her blend into an Avengers action figure lineup much more easily. If that's a modification you would want to do, be warned, her feet are a real pain in the ass to pop off. The face sculpt of Toy Biz is not great, I can't lie, but compared to their efforts at Rogue and Black Cat, it's a step above those for sure, and the expression lends itself to a more naive Wanda needing her brother to protect her. While Hasbro's is certainly a more recent, determined and empowered Wanda, further still I see a sense of menace in it, like if you cross her she may just blink you out of existence. Toy Biz's is from the 11th series of Marvel Legends, which was subtitled Legendary Riders, as each figure came with a rideable accessory, some logical such as Wolverine and his motorcycle, some less so, leaving me scratching my head, such as Wanda's hover platform, which seems one step above a scooter that the morbidly obese, too lazy to walk, ride around Walmart. Hasbro's Scarlet Witch comes with these Hex Accessories. Get used to them, as it seems they'll also be accompanying the Doctor Strange from the Hulkbuster Bathwave. Not that I mind them being reused, as here they're my favourite aspect of this figure. They clip onto her wrists. For those like me who have been around the toy block a time or two, you might remember 19 1997's pre-Marvel Legends era Scarlet Witch. Back then, that figure's accessory was the result of Toy Biz totally overthinking the translation of her ill-defined powers from the comics into plastic. Yet here with these Hex energy effects, they are simple, yet totally effective. Let's now turn our attention towards articulation. The heads of each rotate, with Toy Biz's having full rotation due to that weird gap between her hair and shoulders, which also enables her to look down much more and also up more. At the shoulders, the arms of each rotate and they each move up this much. Toy Biz's has upper arm rotation, whereas Hasbro's rotates at the elbow. And with a double jointed elbow, Toy Biz's elbow has more range than Hasbro's. Toy Biz's rotates at the top of her glove, whereas Hasbro's rotates at the wrist. Both have a wrist hinge moving up and down, then the Toy Biz one has hinged fingers as well. Both have a diaphragm joint, but Toy Biz's doesn't really budge, but does also have an ab crunch, so they both move this far forward and then this far back. Hasbro's also has some side to side movement, but doesn't have a waist joint, which the Toy Biz one does, rotating side to side. At the hips, the legs of each move out to the side this much. Toy Biz is much more. Hasbro's legs move to the front a real decent amount, but Toy Biz's doesn't even move to the front, instead moving out at an odd angle. And it has no upper leg rotation, whereas Hasbro's one does. Both have double jointed knees. Toy Biz's has lower leg rotation at the top of the boot, whereas Hasbro's has none. The feet of each are hinged, moving back and forwards, and they both also have ankle pivots. So all things considered, and this comparison is pretty much a maiden of might versus a maiden of shite. Yet that said, I don't think Hasbro's Scarlet Witch is the slam dunk that most seem to be hailing her as. It's important to remember that a low bar is very easy to step over. Anyway, if you find my videos leaving you wanting more, I was recently a guest on the ATA Dreadnoughts podcast. There I talk how I started out customizing, YouTubing, and reveal how many issues of Playboy I own. To give it a listen, click the link in the description beneath this video. Alternatively, if you missed my previous action figure comparison, click the video on the right, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.